my name is Jessica Bro. I teach 6th and 7th grade English Language Arts at Edward Hines Charter School in Orleans Parish. So I use the writing workshop model in my class, and I'm going to share with you today how we revise through peer rotating revision stations. So the objective for today is W6.5, which is strengthen and develop writing with the help from peers as well as from adults through that revision and editing process. So today you'll see that we're rotating through different stations that match the rubric and help students really focus in on improving their writing.
All right, good morning. Good morning. Let's take out our completed rough drafts of our compare and contrast essay. And today we are going to share, revise, and edit through our rotating stations like we normally would. So once you get your materials out, I have some discussion questions that I would like us to discuss in small groups on the board. What is the difference between revision and editing? And why are revision and editing important? So let's get out those rough drafts. All right, clap like you can hear me. Clap like you can hear me. Okay, so as you all know, this is a writing class for the most part, and so anytime that we do a writing project, we go through the different parts of the writing process. So who can tell me the first step of the writing process that we've already completed? Daniel?
Pre-writing.
Pre-writing. Excellent. So what do we do during pre-writing?
We brainstorm like what we're going to write about.
So we brainstorm what we're going to write about. Should I ever skip pre-writing? No, it's important. Even if I think it's just a waste of time, it's actually not, because I'm mapping out where I'm going to go. All right, what is step 2 in the writing process? Carson?
Drafting.
Drafting. Who can tell us about the drafting stage? Akshita.
So when you're drafting, you just write all of your ideas onto a sheet of paper and you don't worry about the grammar.
So I always tell you, just pick up the pencil and write, right? We can revise, we can edit a bad page, but we can't really revise or edit a blank page. So it's all about picking up the pencil and getting those ideas flowing in on the paper. And then today we're moving into revision and editing. Are these two steps in the writing process the same thing? No. So who can share with us the difference between revision and editing? All right, Dylan.
Editing is when you do something, when you check with your eyes, like the punctuation and capitalization.
Great.
And revising is when you make it sound. So like grammar, I'm pretty sure. Like how it, like what are the words?
Okay. Would anyone like to add on to that or share out? Dylan, you can call on someone.
So basically revising is also when you use like different words and you change like your sentence variety.
All right, yeah. So revising is when I'm focusing on whole words, whole sentences. I'm really looking at how it sounds, as Dylan says. Whereas editing is when I'm actually focused on the grammar, the punctuation, the spelling. How does the essay look? So we often think of a red pen when we think of editing, but revising is when I'm looking at stronger words. I'm looking at my sentence variety. I'm looking at, did I introduce my quotes in different ways? Great job with that discussion. A review from first quarter when we wrote our our narrative piece. So our goal this unit is to write a literary analysis essay that compares and contrasts how two authors address and develop a similar theme. So we have recently read Emancipation, a life fable, as well as the excerpt from the novel Boy's Life. And we're not just comparing and contrasting the theme. We know that both stories share the same theme. So we're comparing and contrasting how is that theme developed. So we've been working on this essay over the past week and a half, really, writing our paragraphs together, using the models, using our packet. And then today our goal is to develop and strengthen our writing to make sure that we're ready for that final draft that will be due next Monday. So I'm calling this Rain Bro Revisions. You get it? Alright, so we're going to go through 6 different stations. We will finish the stations tomorrow, and then you'll be given the rest of the class period tomorrow to reflect and make the changes necessary. This is very similar to the revision stations we did with our first theme development essay on Thank You Ma'am and the Two Brothers. So station 1 is right here. This is the introduction station. You will be trading and grading each other or giving feedback to each other. Station 2, you're going to look at body paragraph 1, your similarity paragraph. You will actually check your own as far as the similarity paragraph. Station 3, you will be looking at your body paragraph 2, your difference paragraph. You'll keep your own. Station 4 is the red pen. This is our editing station. You will be trading. Now, when you trade your paper, you cannot trade with the same peer twice. So there's 4 of us in a group. 3 different people should read your papers at the 3 different stations where you're trading. Station 5 is the rubric station. So you're going to trade papers, and they are actually going to grade you using the rubric that I will grade you with and offer you feedback. And then station 6 is the teacher conference station. So remember, you're going to complete the form in the middle of the group. Telling me what you feel strongest in, what areas do you feel weak in as far as your essay goes, and then what would you like me to actually read and offer you feedback. So remember, I will only read 1 section of the paper, so choose wisely. Are there any questions about the different stations? I'm going to set the clock for 10 minutes. Are we ready? All right, 10 minutes starts now. Let's work on our different stations. Okay. What do you mean wrote it right? Can you be more specific?
Like when I explained the quotes and like in the last part where I'm supposed to explain both quotes again.
Okay. Let's make sure we indent our different paragraphs, okay? So if y'all want to discuss amongst yourselves while you're waiting for me, you can. So if you want to share out what you think your weakness is with the partner, you can get some feedback from them as well.
I think my weakness is explaining the quotes.
No, I would put this one and I would just add in the strawberry quote for the second quote to help you. All right? All right. Thank you, ma'am. What questions do you have about the difference paragraph? What are you not so sure? Explaining the quotes? Okay. So you want to make sure that it's, you know, that he gained his freedom accidentally. So really make sure that we bring that. So the animal's freedom
I'll go last.
is accidental. Whereas the boy's freedom works hard. So really make sure that we bring in, we want to fully explain that even more. You're on the right track as far as explaining your quotes go, but he worked hard to gain his freedom. How? Let's add in those details and be more specific there.
You put the artist up in this conclusion. Put the artist.
The main.
Yeah, that is.
The main. What is the they want to be?
Yeah. And there, why is this setting the main thing?
We were just supposed to write.
I feel like that's right. I'll ask. Alright, highlight the conclusion of the paragraph.
Highlight the conclusion of the paragraph.
How do you highlight what's the conclusion?
The conclusion wraps it all up.
Yeah, but we didn't write it of the paragraph.
The conclusion of the paragraph different from the end with the end.
Oh, that's what I have. I said, I just told you. He has a theoretical page, which is the school is keeping him for summer.
The end of the paragraph, that's in the middle.
Moving to 1. 1 is moving to 2. Let's stand up. Let's rotate. Make sure you bring your paper. Yes, we are going to add the conclusion paragraph together tomorrow. You don't have your concluding paragraph for the whole essay, but each individual paragraph always has a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. So make sure that when it says concluding sentence, don't say, well, we haven't done that yet. Yes, we have. Every paragraph should have a strong topic sentence and a strong concluding sentence. Tomorrow, we're adding our concluding paragraph together as a group. Good.
restate the theme to help explain. Great. Good transition. Great. Good. The only thing that you're missing is you're missing that concluding sentence to sum up the paragraph. So don't forget to conclude the paragraph by restating the difference in your own words. Other than that, very strong quotes, very strong explanations. You're totally on the right track. Go work on that conclusion. Great job.
You did have 4 quotes. You had a thesis, like, supposed to. Okay, so since there wasn't a conclusion, because nobody could have a conclusion, it's out of 40, so you got a 38.
Next to the hook. J.
No! Over here, on your papers. That's not even good. But what do you check next to the drawing?
Oh. Does the look at
you know how you start your explanation? Yeah, okay, so where's your quote? Okay, so you see that your end of this quote. This question actually proves, and then you will put double star next to that.
So we will be finishing up our revision stations tomorrow. And we're going to fill out a little reflection tomorrow talking about some of the most common errors that we saw, as well as our plan of attack to how we will correct the errors in our own essays. So our goal today was to help strengthen and develop our writing. This final draft is not due until next Monday. That's because I wanted to give us a full week to revise, to edit, to continually revisit the paper. Feedback you got today and how you will use that feedback. Akshita?
Like, one of my peers said that maybe I should think of a better hook or like a hook I could use.
All right, so a more engaging hook. And so how are you going to strengthen that?
I think I'm gonna search up a quote and put a quote in it.
All right, good. That sounds like a good plan. So different ideas for hooks. That's all that was a common question today. So tomorrow I'll definitely do a little mini focus at the beginning of the lesson of how we can add in a hook or different ideas. Hiram, last person.
One of my parents told me that next time when I write my summary, I have to do both stories and not just one.
All right, so you didn't realize that when you're writing a summary about 2 different stories, you've got to make both 2 separate summaries. Good. Homework tonight is to finish the exam study guide and bring it with a parent signature tomorrow. We'll continue these stations. Make sure you bring your flash drive tomorrow because we are going to start typing up final drafts of these essays. Are there any questions before we dismiss?
Reflecting on the lesson, overall, I feel like the objective was definitely met. I think that a lot of students got really meaningful feedback from their peers as well as from me at the teacher conference station. And when I graded the final drafts, that really let me know that they are taking that feedback and they are working to constantly improve their writing. And they really did take the assignment seriously. There were a few points in the lesson where I kind of had to stop and clarify. So for example, you'll see in the video where I overheard a group of students having a conversation about the concluding sentence versus the concluding paragraph. So I took that moment to just stop, kind of reteach that quickly, and then I would focus on that again the next day. Also, a lot of the students had questions about hooks for their essays, so that's something that I did a little mini lesson on the next day as well, just to make sure that they knew different ways that they could engage with their reader and really grab their reader's attention at the beginning of the essay. And the final thing that I reflect on and I would change as far as the lesson goes is at the teacher conference station. Once students completed the form, I noticed they were just kind of sitting there and staring at me. You'll see that I addressed it in the video, that they can also turn and talk with each other at that station. So I'll make that clearer in my directions next time. Overall, I absolutely love incorporating stations into the classroom. It's a great way to reach all students, get them up and moving, get them trading with different peers, and my 6th graders did an amazing job with it, and it really showed in their final drafts. Filming this lesson has definitely been eye-opening for me, and in fact, the entire Teacher of the Year process has really helped me to refine myself as an educator. So thank you so much for this opportunity and for your consideration.